Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brotato, the arena survival action roguelike itself. We are going to be popping on in with the mage here today, because I've been getting a handful of comments saying, hey, you've never done a torch run or a full torch run. There is a reason why. I mean, one reason is I did forget this item even existed, because it's not great. The other is, it's even worse to stack. That being said, I'm going to try to make it work. So I'll get into why it's not a good item to stack as we get into the run, but Mage has 5 elemental damage. Elemental damage modifications increased by 33%. You start with a snake and a sacred sausage. I know what I said. Minus 100 ranged melee engineering damage, which honestly doesn't matter that much. It'll just mean that certain like hybrid weapons don't work well with the Mage that otherwise would be good, and Torch will always do 1 damage on melee, but you're probably not stacking that up anyways. So, danger level 5 is what we're going to be doing here. But why is Torch not very good? Well, it's not that it's not great. It's just that having more than one is fairly redundant, because Burn doesn't really stack. So therefore, like, the way it works, Burn re-ups itself. Out of this stuff, what do we take? Ooh, you know what, let's live a little. Let's try and go for something different. Let's do some regen. Burn doesn't stack. It re-ups the stack. A second sacred sausage. Very cool. Meaning if you have one burning weapon that does like 90 burn every 5 seconds, and there's another one that does 10 burn every 5 seconds. If you hit an enemy with both weapons, it just does 90 burn. It doesn't do 100. It kind of just picks the better one and gives it that replenished stack, which is the best way for it to do it wrong. Like, of all the ways to do it wrong, that is the best, probably. And I'm not saying wrong as in, like, designed wrong. I'm saying, like, if they all stacked, I guess we just do this. If they all stacked infinitely, burn builds would need to be nerfed to the ground. Which maybe is like a fine thing. Like, that might be okay if they were allowed to stack infinitely, but they also got much less damage. I think that would be a fun angle to play around with. But it basically means that boss fights aren't great for burn builds unless you are playing, you know, a flamethrower or a taser that has elemental damage on the weapon itself, or the wand. Those all have the stat already. I guess I'll go armor. So they scale a bit better. So this also means you'll see as I now get this amount, I'm going to start combining one torch together, because that'll probably just work the best. Since they can't stack and they kind of just overwrite each other, you kind of just want one legendary torch and a bunch of commons, I guess, if we're doing a full torch run. I would call this a challenge run, though, for sure. And that's saying something, because the mage is pretty overtuned. Truth be told, the mage is pretty gall darn overpowered, technically. But we need all the help we can get today, I'm going to imagine. We're going to want a lot of lifesteal. Or, sorry, a lot of attack speed. We don't want lifesteal, in fact. Unrelated, but I guess related now. We don't want lifesteal because it does not work on burn. Or at the very least, that's what Blobfish has stated. And I believe it. Some luck for a little bit of damage down there. I'll take a little bit of knockback. That's one of the things we can do, is just get lots of tankiness, lots of knockback, lots of attack speed. So we can just make sure that every enemy around me, no matter what, if they're in my vicinity, they will be burning for the amount of damage that I do, which right now is mostly 21. Looks like 23 on the burn from the blue torch. But yeah, the second we find any kind of like elites or big chunky enemies, we're going to have a bad time. Dashy boy enemies do not get pushed back, so they're going to have a tough time too. I'll take coffee for sure. And I can't pass up an epic. Another Sacred Sausage is cool. So, Sacred Sausage, yes, I know. It's scared. Sacred, though, is better. It's more fun. It's a pretty strong weapon to stack because it will go up to 100% chance to burn for X damage, and that damage could be like the way that other weapons stack, other items stack, would be that it gives you both. So it would get 25% more chance, and it will do 16 more. And this burn, again, maybe I've been lied to. This burn is supposed to stack separate from your weapons. Like, you can't have multiple sausage burns on the same enemy, but theoretically, unless I've been lied to, you can stack your melee weapons burn and a sacred sausage burn on the same enemy. Theoretically, that is going to be possible. So that will help us with the slightly bigger enemies, like the dashy boys. I mean, I'll say it sure does not look like that guy's taking more than 26, which I would imagine is going to be our epic's burn. So I don't even know that that's true. Oh boy. I'm risking it a little bit for the biscuit here because I want that money. Armor, a little bit of max HP down. You know what? Sure. Screw it. Armor. Lumberjack. Ritual's too expensive. Ooh. Yeah, I suppose so. This is not bad, but I don't really care about crit. Still work, I think. Whoop. All right. Egg wave, not going to be great. Probably going to be one of the first signs of why this build is going to have a little bit of issues. You see, look at us trying so desperately to kill that guy. Oh, it is not looking great. So did we get tractor? We didn't buy tractor, so that's in the shop for next time. Oh boy, I was gonna say, like, I'm really weak, but at least it's after I bought tractor. Nope, we are just weak. No silver lining. Okay, yeah, I'll take 4 regen. We'll buy the tractor, and I guess we'll buy that. And what's my speed at? 8. I want warrior helmet. I'm sorry, I need it. I think I have to go tank lord. Oh my. 28. 26. There's the 28 on that fool. 28. Yeah. So, yeah, the stacking does seem to be working how I anticipated, which means I would definitely say combining seems to probably be the way to go. The weapons get more damage when they combine, and they also get more stacks. So, like, we're going to kind of cap out our DPS, sort of, really early. The second we get another blue and a common, or even, like, one more purple, we're kind of seeing nearly the highest damage we're going to do. You know, obviously we're going to get more elemental, but the base weapon won't be scaling anymore. Take the elemental. Sure, there's the torch. Yeah, we'll get that. And we'll combine these into the legendary, and we will have one great torch, and then we'll probably start just upgrading the rest at blue tier slowly. We'll do it the rinky-dink baby way. All right, how's this going? 32s. Ooh, boy. I mean, this is pretty clean looking right here. You'd look at this and you'd think this is a good build to do. But this is kind of our strength, is clearing these big waves. That being said, we're not even doing it super fast. Okay. Kind of sneaking through the middle here, trying to, at the very least, to get that money. It is tougher than it looks to get on in there. Okay. Get ready. Do it. Do it. Okay, good. Good money. Yes, please. More luck. I guess armor. All right, so here we go. We want to combine this into a legendary. It does 35 damage 8 times. Pretty big deal. Good God. Okay. Hey, I'll take it. You know, I'm going to take that too. -1 speed, not great. This item's too expensive. Otherwise, I would. Oh my God. Yes, charcoal is technically a good item, kind of, because, or at least on torch. Or at least it would be if I didn't have -100 melee damage. A reminder, I am -100 in the hole on melee damage. So I'm working at a deficit probably forever. If I ever take enough melee damage to do more than one with my torch, guess what? I've done something wrong. I would say that is, I've either done something wrong or I'm playing modded, because that would take a long time just to do 2 damage with a weapon. Ow. Starting to get overwhelmed pretty quickly here. Wave 10. Always feels like a horde wave. Never can be. Oh my God. It is just... This build is just showing its true colors, is it not? More attack speed. I mean, I want the elemental, but like a little bit more attack speed will help. 12% damage. Get ourselves out of the deficit. Sounds great. Eyes surgery is one of the best things I could possibly get here. I can't just do that. Trees, leather vest, sure. How much armor? 14. It's not bad. All right. That should be a pretty decent glow up. 35 attack speed on a horde wave is less than I'd like, though. That's for sure. That's for darn sure. We can probably be just fine, though. We just need to hit enemies once, and then they will die. That is the thing. They will probably, unless they're like a very tanky fool, if they get hit with our legendary, they're going to die. The question is just like, is it going to be right away? Ow. If it's a small guy, it'll be right away. If it's a big boy, it'll take a little bit longer. Let's hit all of them with the burn and kind of clear that whole chunk. Okay, very good. Get in there. This is what the tank version of this mentality can do. Is get in, smack them once, the whole wave will die shortly. It's a ticking time bomb build. Okay, we definitely need some damage, though, at some point here. Scar is nice, but I just don't want it right now. Is it too late for this? I'm going to say no. And again, normally I like to build up every melee or every weapon like cleanly at the same time. I wish I took more harvesting now. Okay. Good God. Is this a horde wave? Everything feels like a horde wave right now. This build, with this build. That's never a good sign. When every single... Okay, this is not a horde wave. This is definitely not a horde wave. Horde waves don't give you a second to breathe like that. That was too generous. Again, a reminder, though, that I do prefer a horde wave today. Ow. To an elite wave, I'd think. Good. Smack them. Get the money, get the money, get the money. Yes, please. Wandering Bot is huge for us. Wandering Bot is huge for us. I honestly might not even need to buy any more weapons. Like, it may... How much attack speed did we get? Oh, it's substantial. It is substantial. To be clear, by the way, the attack speed is just to... It's mostly for the knockback. Torch has 20 knockback at a base, which is really good. So, getting a lot of attack speed can really help you take advantage of that. Whoop. Okay, we got a dasher. Ow. Ow! That was a double tap. Even though he was standing still. Oh! Okay. Run through, run through, run through. Make sure everybody gets hit once. 7 seconds left. Hit everybody once for sure. Get out. Snail. Yes, I do need speed now. Sorry, Olenki. This is just not the build for that. Fine. Again, it's weird, but just because the way burn works, this is kind of the rare time where I think that's the way to go. How do I have 28 dodge? God, leather vest is broken, man. Leather vest is broken. Oh my god. I just do need some raw health though. We have a lot of we got a lot of health to play around with to tank with leather vest and it be okay because of the primitive set bonus, which is nice. Love that. Love that for us. I need elemental damage pretty bad. But yeah, this run is just trying to take advantage of the fact that Torch technically has good damage. It just happens slowly. And with that, it basically means I need to create a build where I can hit them once and kind of walk through crowds still alive, right? Just kind of make sure they get there one smack. I have enough attack speed to get a lot of knockback to sort of clear a path. And then kind of walk through. Oh, my damage all of a sudden. Why am I taking so much? Oh, I have 28 health. That's right. I'm not taking... What? That's pretty cool. I'm not taking that much. It's just... I don't have a lot of health. Vigilante Ring, it's a little bit late. I'll take another one of those. I'll take another one of those. Horde Wave. This is a Horde Wave. Doing 57. Not great. I'm thinking that this is going to be not too bad. I think the enemies are going to kind of be walking over each other a little bit. I think this will be a surprisingly smooth one. There has to be bullet enemies, though, of course. If there weren't bullet enemies, I would actually say that, yeah, this was pretty good, but lots of bullet enemies means ow for us. Look at that. Look at that. That right there is the only reason to be excited about Torch. Oh, my God. That was so fun. Just look at that. Only really doable on a Horde Wave and only doable on a Horde Wave that doesn't have large enemies. Which, to be fair, I think is most Horde Waves. They try not to overload them with the big boys. More knockback, sure. Yeah. Ugly Tooth, sure. All right, I have a need for speed. I care. Yeah, sure. Oh, I need speed so bad. Or Estes Couch. This could be the day. This could be the day. I would love if I could finally get to try the Estes Couch item and it be on a valid run. Like, it popping up right now is the most realistic situation for, like, a realistic time to get it in a run is, you know, near endgame. And it's also a time where I'm this low speed, which this situation is rare. I usually don't let myself have such low speed at this time, but there's just too many good items that were tanking my speed for me to say no. Okay. We got an elite wave next, which I'm actually very scared about. The reason why is because look how long these Dash boys have stayed alive. That's kind of why. Okay, I'm done with that. I need speed if I'm gonna. Wave 17. I really don't want to have... I don't want to say that I'm getting no more health. That's... Oh, that's so tough, but I'm going to say no. Sad Tomato is workable for sure. Wolf Helmet is fantastic. Wait, I never get this item. That's just really good. Okay, who is it? The chef. Oh, God. Not a hit I wanted to take. I mean, when do you ever want to take a hit? I know, but like... You can see right here with how little health is missing from the chef. A very clear representation of how burn don't stack, baby. I will say I'm so happy to be fighting the elite on this wave. Oh, thank you for the dodge. Thank you for the other dodge. So happy to be fighting it on this wave and not the one that has the enemies that can't be knocked back. That would suck. I don't know. If we tunnel vision damage, we could maybe have killed him. We definitely could have. But I also don't think we would be alive by now. I don't think we'd be alive right here if we tunnel damage. I genuinely don't. No, I can't. I just can't do that. Thank you. I just need some raw health right now. A little late for that, but sure. Schmoop is great. I just don't care about those downsides. It's a little bit weird. All right. What's my HP regen? 24! Yeah, we hate these guys. They just don't... They have enough health to be a problem, and they can't get knocked back. It's just the exact worst-case scenario for us. Oh, my God. Yeah, imagine dodging Chef on this. Like, I think we got through the worst of it there. Yeah, we're through the worst of it. But, oh, my God. Yeah. So much better. You can't... the reason I bring up the wave 18 versus wave 17 is because you cannot fight elites on wave 19. It's not possible. So it's basically, if you have an elite last, the question is, are you fighting it on 17 or 18, pretty much? And I'd say that 9 times out of 10, it's better to fight it on 17. I think that's like good. That's the good RNG, if you will. God, game really wants me to have negative speed. I'm going to say no. My range is pretty low already. I don't really need more damage right now. That's kind of just the truth is I'm not going to kill. And no workable, viable angle of Torch I think would be really going for kills right here. Like, this is kind of the angle, like creating a weird little ability to stand still in the middle and be totally fine. I mean, when there's not people dashing at you. I've got a ring of death. As long as I don't move too much, I'm actually stronger. That being said, I'm losing a little bit of HP there. Okay. Ow. Not my favorite. Last little stretch here. Oh God, how's the boss gonna go? It's gonna be bad. I don't want damage. I just need armor. Do I need armor? I guess over the regen, I suppose. We buy survivability, and that's it right now. Okay, well, or you buy a second wolf helmet because the game insists. I meant negative lifesteal. That doesn't even help. I want my dodge. That'll work. Alright. Alright. My guess is death. I'm picturing the only things being on the screen to be buffed up chargers and the bosses. And I'm picturing that as being a problem. Okay. If we win, it's just because we're tanky. Like, I'll smack these guys a little bit just to kind of put the relative perspective on here. Could I have made a damaging build? Yes. Do I think it would be viable? No. I think if you're going for a damaging elemental build, you don't take 6 torches, right? That's just the case. So I'm building my vision of a one that works. Oh boy. Okay, that was gross. This is starting to get problematic. We're starting to get the map filled with the largest of lads. This is the part of the wave that I did not want to have to deal with here, but we were obviously going to have to. Okay, gonna kill the buffers if I can. Good movement. I think we're fine. I think we're golden. Because again, the one nice thing about Burn is the bosses were pretty much taking burn damage the whole time. They were taking my maximum damage pretty much the whole time, almost, and they were at that much. The bad news is that's just not a very high amount. The good news is I don't really have to be near the enemies after I hit them once for a while, especially when you're stacking it for 8 times. That's you know, that's a good 8 seconds. You only need to be by them once every 8 seconds. That's not that hard. So the good news is, yeah, we hit the big boys. They might be dead in 8 seconds. But yeah, that worked out. I don't know. Torch. What is my end of run thoughts on Torch? Making it clear. This was on the mage, who I would say is probably one of the stronger characters. It has one of the least possible downsides. The range melee engineering thing is the only downside, and it's not that big of a deal. So the fact that it's that hard to do it on this makes it very, very clear that 6 torches is bad. You run maybe 1 torch, get it up to legendary, and then run like 5 tasers. Or I don't know, I could maybe see a world with a torch and a wand. But it's just outclassed by all weapons that do elemental damage directly. I would say if this weapon had 50-50 scaling, 50% melee, 50% elemental, that'd be really a lot better. It would make it would do nothing for the mage though, because of the minus 100 melee damage. My real pitch would be, I wish that the mage's things were minus 100% range and melee damage modifications. That would make it so you can take things like Plasma Sledgehammer, you could take things like Nuclear Launcher, and you could buff Torch, which I think Torch could use a buff, and I don't think that making it 50% would be that bad. I think, maybe making elemental builds get buffed by, like, whenever you hit an enemy with a torch, maybe it procs your burn once, you know? Like, things may need to be retooled, but the way that it stands right now, the system feels a little bit rough and a little bit, you know, if you don't know that burn doesn't stack, I don't blame you for wanting to do this and thinking it would be good. But it's not, and it doesn't. So, alas, that is that. That's going to do it here for today. Let's show it again. Apparently, I got to freaking do that. Obviously, I've played on 100% the whole time. Hover over all these. It would say right here what percentage difficulty I beat it on. To be clear, but there we go. Apparently, I have to do that. Alas, that's that. That's going to do it here for today. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel, roguelikes and more every single day, and I will see you next time. Bye.